All right, so first of all, thank you for sending in the video. We didn't get too many submissions this week. But just looking at what you're doing, you said you have a two-way miss. It's pretty obvious to see why you have two-way miss for me, but I guess it's pretty not obvious for you. So first thing we're going to do is we have to adjust some setup positions. You can kind of see here that we've got some lines on your legs. You're very, very vertical. Your legs have no bend and no flex in them. It's going to make it really hard to actually hit this golf ball. And what I mean by that is when you go to set up to hit a ball, you have to have a little bit of flex in your legs so then you can pivot properly, so then your shoulders can tilt and you can turn adequately to hit the golf ball. So what you're going to do is your legs start very vertical. Your lead hip has to push its way out, but the legs really can't move the proper way and your shoulders get very flat. So if I were to take a line, this would be very flat. Um, Not a great way to try to hit a golf ball. Then what I would do is from here, just make sure you put a little bit of bend in your legs this way. So you have a little bit of forward bend like this. This will allow your hips to pivot and turn until you can see my right hip is higher than my left hip here. That would be ideal for this scenario. It would force your shoulders to tilt a little bit differently. That would be how I would start things. The next couple frames you're going to see from the top, you start to get steep early. So you watch my hands get out towards my neck and to my head, and then you start to reroute the golf club to try to bring it back down on plane. It's really hard to do, and that's the reason for your double miss. So if I get steep early and just keep steep, I'm going to come across it. I'm going to hit slices, bushes, push cuts. I can also turn the face down and be steep and hit poles. But for what you're doing, you're tilting backwards and you're starting to raise the handle a little bit. That's going to get the club to work more into out, but at a very late period. So I'm going to scroll through this here, and you're going to see hands go out. You try to adjust and fix it. And that is you coming into the impact. What looks like slightly into out, but it's not. And so what you ended up doing was you started standing up, tilting back, so you're very vertical again. And that's the cause of the two-way miss. The more you tilt back and become vertical or raise the handle, the more the path is going to be into out, but it's just, you're kind of faking it at that point. I need you to spend a lot of time doing this and then replacing that same like club that's across your shoulders on this side as well. You need to have some sort of inclination to the golf ball more often. If that's the thing I'm going to do, I would do that constantly. You can stick your head on a doorway, make some practice backswings, keep your head on the doorway. You just need to learn how to maintain your inclination while also putting a little bit of flex in your legs, and I think you'll have it.